When Lily first came into my life, I was convinced she was the one who could truly bring me back to feeling fully alive. Her smile had this contagious energy that brightened any space she entered, and her laughter pulled everyone around her into it without effort. We tied the knot early, moved into a simple yet happy house in Austin, and for several years everything unfolded precisely as I had always pictured marriage should be: calm, reliable, and packed with those little meaningful moments that matter most. But calm can sometimes be mistaken for dullness, and Lily fell into that trap. It started innocently. She signed up for a nearby gym to regain her fitness, and that's where Jake appeared, a young, charismatic trainer who clearly loved being the focus of everyone's admiration. She began coming home full of stories about him. How amusing he was, how inspiring, how much everyone loved having him around. At the beginning, I let it slide. A good marriage means knowing which fights to pick, and I refused to turn into the paranoid, possessive spouse. Yet as weeks turned into months, Jake's name slipped into our daily talks so frequently that it started feeling like he'd quietly inserted himself into our marriage without ever asking me. The first serious red flag appeared one Friday evening, when she didn't walk through our door until close to midnight. She explained that her gym buddies had grabbed drinks after the session, and Jake just happened to join them. She delivered the story with a relaxed smile, acting like it was completely ordinary and harmless. I held my tongue that night, but a sharp ache settled deep in my chest. You can always tell when a person's warmth shifts, when their joy no longer feels directed at you. In the weeks that followed, her phone turned into her entire universe. She'd grin at whatever message popped up, tap out quick replies, then flip the device screen down the moment I approached. One time I asked casually who she was messaging, and she answered brightly, "Just Jake, he's so funny." I stared at her, genuinely puzzled how she could utter those words so lightly, as though I should be perfectly fine with another man taking up permanent residence in her thoughts. That same evening, I laid it out clearly. If you continue meeting Jake anywhere beyond the gym, I will leave. She stared back at me, let out a laugh, and replied, "Oh, come on, Mark. Don't overreact." But I wasn't overreacting. I was speaking the plain truth. I had poured years of my time, devotion, and faithfulness into us, and I refused to stand by while she exchanged all of it for fleeting attention from someone who had no concept of real loyalty. Even so, I didn't push harder. I gave her space to show me I was wrong. The next weekend, she announced she was heading out with her girlfriends. Something didn't sit right. The extra care she took with her outfit. The final glance in the mirror before she left. After she was gone about an hour, I phoned her closest friend, Sarah. There was a long silence before Sarah quietly admitted, "Mark, she isn't with us tonight." Those words were enough. I took my keys, got in the car, and headed toward the bar she had named earlier. Driving there, I passed a cozy rooftop restaurant lit, with warm glows and open-air tables. And there she sat, laughing freely, her hand resting lightly on Jake's arm. I pulled over and just watched, letting the brutal reality wash over me. In that single careless moment of hers, everything we had carefully constructed seemed to collapse. I didn't march inside. I didn't shout or cause a scene. I simply raised my phone, captured the image, and drove back to our house. I gathered only what I needed: clothing, important papers, a handful of keepsakes I couldn't abandon, then set my wedding ring on the kitchen counter next to a short note. "You laughed when I warned you. I'm finished being the joke." After 7 years in the home we had shared, I walked away for good. The following morning, my phone overflowed with her texts. "Mark, please call me. I can explain." But explanations lose all meaning once the truth stands plain before you. I sent no reply. I changed my number, stayed temporarily with my brother, and slowly started piecing together a different life. The process was far from simple. Beginning again rarely is. But at least I could finally draw a breath without constantly wondering whose messages were lighting up her screen. 2 weeks later, word reached me that she had appeared at my former job in tears, pleading to talk to me. My former colleagues informed her I had relocated to another city for work. That wasn't accurate. But I wanted her to think the gap between us was permanent. A short while after that, Sarah contacted me privately and shared that Jake had suddenly stopped responding to Lily's messages. It seemed he had already shifted his attention to a new woman at the gym. Consequences arrived swiftly. Months went by. I eventually relocated. New place, new position, fresh start. Some evenings or memories still drifted through my mind, not with lingering affection or bitterness. Simply a gentle astonishment at how rapidly something once so steady could unravel completely. Then one night an email from her landed in my inbox. You were right. I should have listened. I lost everything. I left it unanswered. Certain lessons require no additional commentary. Certain hurts deliver their own message perfectly. In the end, I came to understand she'd been correct about one detail. Jake truly did comprehend her in ways I never could. He knew exactly how to captivate her, how to take what he wanted, and how to disappear without a backward glance. And the night I finally walked away, she at last discovered the vast difference between a man who remains committed and a man who merely plays at caring. She laughed off my warning. But when I was gone, her laughter vanished right along with me,